Alright, ebusia for India kwan so mema obi bia akwa basron ko eba possible TV GH. India kwan so enen dey kan woni echa channel this YouTube nsa edan sai me be so so be jibre no share video na mana kwa wi o share no like wa comment wa subscribe bia no share content no. And also recommend the channel no amoni ebi so nya videos ni bi ahwe. No ka so di ba bi add drop me pese me say wa da no India kwan so enko chin say me audio we.
To be a very good challenger or the Bema Honorable Alan Kyerematen, the Vice President. I'm looking at a very watertight race. What he brings on board, or what I can say, and he said, it will be very tough for Vice President to cross 50%. It will be equally tough for Honorable Alan Kyerematen to cross 50% with the inclusion of Kenn Agyapong. I'm telling you.
No, best split tema obi antimi cross 50%.
Omni ansa nyinara. A very watertight race, and I'm looking forward keenly to see that happen. And when it happens like that, he will be the kingmaker to make himself the king, or he'll be the kingmaker to make somebody a king, and then with a bargain. Okay, yes, the president. My numbers can add yours together. No, bien MPP today, I'm telling you, sir, it will be difficult for Kenn Agyapong will race in more. Honorable Kyerematen betimanya 50% plus 1. It will be difficult for Vice President to get 50% plus 1. Into a best split vote no. Or split vote now. Or by decision or kingmaker. Why am I saying that? From my understanding politically, yes, a traditional party, but I will talk about constituencies. All the parties, there are 3 candidates, you know. His Excellency the Vice President of late, man said, the last election 2020, you know, and what try say, what bem to get some baby constituencies. But you and I know very well, say, on yeah, traditional all out politician, now our constituency, and he has not generated one. To that extent, but our constituencies be a what my adopto because ultimately 8 vote, 8 constituencies are ultimately winning ma MPP our north. Honorable Alan Kyerematen, yes, is an MPP group. I'm yet to find out say ubet say validate say Central region and Ashanti region, sa constituency we know he made it. And I say, constituency way that you can connect it to Honorable Alan Kyerematen. Apart from taking out, say, well, yeah, MPP, old personal, what try presidential primaries that. And I say, because a drew is so pain. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
But I'm looking at, say, each one of them, the strengths, because at the end of the day, no primaries and your national elections, so, and your MPP primaries, it is only reserved for MPPs. And if it is reserved for MPPs, there. Then you become bibi say grassroots. So you become grassroots once them there become bibi say constituencies. And you become constituencies there. Yan share omumi ensano. Constituencies. Ubetimi dey say e be a Bantuma constituency no. It is notably given for Honorable Alan Kyerematen or Vice President. Apart from say man for we can talk about national say executive way fine. Executives in there omundu individual people. Some were even 270 executives. They themselves do not form the quorum to decide who become the presidential candidate for the party. It is the danger of it in itself. If Kenn Agyapong continues pushing, not all pushy, the campaign, let us not forget, say, a man for say, a bit hard, a bit emotional. A bit aggressive. For me, I believe say individual be we as biano or ne bat and on the side. But it is the person who see critically. He's speaking particularly on job creation. He's speaking particularly not too much of politics, but then or modern day politics of what somebody a youth be or think or person. But interestingly, the youth, you know. When it comes to the national level, no qualifier, he could be a dangerous candidate. He could surprise anybody. But before so back cross that side, you know, the youth of MPP Nankasano, they are not members of the delegates. enti ahono ene ye nyina beti ase se MPP NDC. Now we can talk about MPP na government no omo primaries no Kofi money crazy bemu ombeto. But I believe honestly say kobaso ombeto dia honorable Chamatin to can beto.
May try say me confirmation because what I know is I think chairmanship no a simple majority and you know percentage wise you know may check here. I don't think so, mostly na use the number of votes.
Yes.
Not necessarily percentage.
Whichever way it is, the number of votes will still represent percentage. I mean, you can't leave percentage out.
Sure.
If you get even 20 people out, it will represent a certain percentage. So what I'm saying is that say percentage as a percentage be 100% who got 50% plus one. I'm talking about say nipa 100. Of course, let's say nipa to be 30. You don't become a winner.
Yeah.
So the winner in your 32 and the winner, that 32 still represent 50% plus one. Mathematically.
Okay.
And what I'm trying to say is stimulation now or column. Any campaign now or yen. Go back to the grassroots level. And the MPP delegates that we know said this time no. Obia so en adwen say onye mistake. Enkofie manere emfa bankuta mo no. What the man obeje? Where the man obeje? And when it matters most, Kofi, the me who say it is the biggest cocoa season for MPP delegates. No one you don't want J because we are OG majority I say because say if vice president wants to make it up, yes, obey you. The president, of course, will back him because the baby no eso backing whether he likes it or not. O backina, ubetia. Because be an our government, o man to many fulfillment to be out of any promise on their side. Honorable Koja Alancha Martin, a be 8 years in Ninano, Bebano, a be a delegate and executive bino, when you be from trade. And the only time to interface with you, the time I'll be solicited near the time print, and I'm a you will pay. Not different from Honorable Kenn Agyapong. And can say, me, I'm a rich man. I have money. And I'm looking at it, minimum accounts. But say, Kobasu Triadia, I believe so. Obi a Jagum, the bit me Triacha vice president.
Hey.
Oh, yes. Oh, there be some vice president or incorruptible. Vice president, no, a civil servant. And that's a fan, so a public servant. And no buy whichever. And Timinu say no ye businessman. And this Obenya sponsorship crana. Sponsorship won't mean 2 months to say the businessman. Or no say over 7,000 workers. I will pay salary no. Over 12 more.
Yeah.
Can't bet 12 more. Mine never 12 papa. Gobi. In the campaign go with this. Gobi. Where did you go there? Do you believe? And see, can't be how
yeah.
What I say. But when you know one thing, me pay a new face our Ghana government. Me pay new face our governance. Me pay new face our the country Ghana. A different political dimension, different political philosophy, different political psychologies, energies. Because say ono say me tie na ibi me say Facebook ibi na me tie o say ono de anya profit tintin bia na e beka ho agrone form name politicians na ankasa so no de bi on beka no e bia na okodu fie ho a na wantima anya ne saa be name de o ka no de se saa no peso ye no se we de brofika bia ni job creation employment common sense family thinking high tech ene yenya adwuma punctuality confidence no na brofo di chichirom crew be open punctual seriousness one bedroom ya yuadi no explanation me yare me papa yare say money doesn't come into work. We need that kind of a face. But the point is that me to about maybe anti party and be issue name mom say bianca koye independent candidate dia na Kenya bad nti na me mom dem fi say honorable Kenn senka bia oja MPP and the MPP for race in primaries no and anka no koye yes or MPP member or MPP president your friend is a MP name of Kofi or co independent as a presidential candidate na MPP for ko yom presidential flag bearer mra na this is unyini di mra nienya one medal line na how he would appeal to the floating voters and for that matter the university graduates na o ma form association and still association in adwuma no ni enhwe because Kofi Ahmed Abe of Ethiopia he was a rebel boy or a rebel from 15 years only party he was vocal only akwa pie free Ethiopia or sa back no one party or the independent or musa and no car two parties in gu form habiana mo na ayimo your friend is say mangisu mu a party no o keka ni nyina gu form a ship and of fam cheap within 4 years yes or challenges but the boy has done a lot he's changing a lot of things what him pushing Ethiopia lies apart from that she said COVID time this young boy of 42 years catch said no we are not granting my flight mobile call and that is why Ethiopia made their money by the time we COVID no matter Dreamliner is base 6 you know bab this is the knowledge and he said yenya obi from the independent arena independent corridor because Ghana independent parties be say okra ye yibo na mfufo ye bia Kofi mu ni gumu se nkom nyina akra ka mu bom ana
Granting and yakoye Kenn right
Kofi we am adamfo
Kofi
Granting mu kaka mu bom na mu nyina mo nkofa Canada ya pass mo presidential candidate ko mu sika swa ana Ghana for nya prepare say mu message no betie because otie kra no one first ka ma wo mua ana campaign one fa pick up anko a wontenam wonya bi ntenam wo mua mo pa mo nka mo humbo na mo ka kire Kennedy say honorable Kennedy we MPP ni ete ase but presidential candidate anu nko ade enka ye den free na bra be fa independent me say Kennedy ya po independent candidate na say group we nya akodi na kira Kofi a done deal no party no NDC no MPP I'm telling you wonyi ni ana
anka Ghana be ye
o say ade ohu an say anya kan mi say no akobo asumu la kanzini abotre over chief executive ha no stories ni dawson and the Ghanaian worker Kofi yamfa we nyina to nche de abanyeye wonye yate ase but Kofi the reality of the matter say how well do the Ghanaians also support the government how well do Ghanaians support their employers Kofi Ghana for adwuma for ahometefo they are seriously wicked government yes only mistake o but any mistake ni say on lack supervision the mistake ni say on sakinipa the mistake ni say on your control the mistake say on your monitoring because we for government work car kra na otim ko 10 years 3 days ni e peka ni dia kogigi electricity ahon na government ni a problem but Kofi say was setting aside there abusive usage of government staff by Ghana government employees. That's a young president be a robedru be a feature abehwe de ekoso. Enti characteristically no yenya kasa no so a problem because Ghanaian which otie adwuma. Adentin Lebanese ni ye adwuma India ni ye adwuma Kofi ekoso. Because Lebanese no yen restaurant o bon na ya na glass no atew. O pan plate no atew. India no pan plate on kasa wa twere de ato wa mo assignment so no ate. Ghana ni be kwa adwuma punctuality obeba. But se Ghana ni wo fa na adwuma na se wa Ghana ni no ukrom ni no on pese obetete obese obera Kofi stories pa obeti waso obi na me dey 40 as a 15 kra no Kofi edu ba bia you get weak and tired because you can't even understand some kra o ma wie school wo mo wie bi kra akọ degree na Kofi share the common sense of thinking excuse me to say sometimes it amazes you. And one funny thing is so me a 20 Kofi all of them think alike all of them think same omu nyina adwen ye baako nti wo a odwuma ne odia no se Kofi ye mistake all of them se wa ankwa adwuma so a bibia ye shattered ehon na honorable Kenn Agyapong obebre because Ghana so ban say wan hwe obi akokwa akotena fi anything coffee interesting times ahead yamo mpaye but me feel say the challenge na what throw no me I like it so obi trans no ka say oh enduru ne so o qualify nye ye onye qualify we vibrant akoma hana ya nka mepa achiefo a cho say yama nipa bia chance ne nhwe ebi a ade a ewo nimu on susu betima boa society because ebi edu ba bia ya na